Good afternoon, people. This is Eric Humphrey from Quiet on Set Magazine, and today we have a vocal artist extraordinaire, classical singer. I'm not going to even do an intro for him. I want him to introduce himself. This man has an amazing voice, but we're going to have a chance to hear him. We're going to sing live for us at one point. So, Tristan,
Yes.
introduce yourself to our viewing audience.
Okay. Well, good. Hello to everyone. Thank you, Eric, for having me.
Welcome.
My name is Tristan Layne. I am from Barbados, and yeah, I've been singing classical music for quite some time now. I started within the church, but I always sang choral classical music, so it's just part of what I've always done.
So this was something that you did from the very beginning when
From
you
the
knew you
very
could sing.
beginning, yeah. I grew up in the Anglican church, which what you guys call Episcopal. So
Hmm.
so that type of music is what we always performed. I would say.
So you knew you was going to be a singer all the time.
No,
No.
no.
So let's segue into how did you figure out that you can sing?
Well, I started singing approximately around the age of 11 or 12 when I
Hmm.
joined the church choir as a boy soprano, a treble, and I just loved it then. um, Around 16 years old was the first time I actually sang with my true voice, rather
Hmm.
than being a soprano, singing with my true voice at a youth service, and
Uh-huh.
realizing that the talent was there, that it came naturally. So
Hmm.
so from there it just continued to bloom.
Wow. So in your college years, you
Mhm.
have at you studied music performance,
Mhm.
and what was the college that you attend?
I attended Westminster Choir College here in New Jersey, Princeton, New Jersey. But prior to that, I have a degree in management and economics
Oh, also.
because because the University of the West Indies did not offer music at the time. So
And why
I
wasn't that? Let's go. Why wasn't they offering?
oh well, it just wasn't part of their curriculum.
Oh, okay.
So I accepted and I did economics instead. So I did management and economics. But my original plan was to do management and music.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, what was your experience like in at Westminster College?
Oh, it was a great experience, especially from the point of view of being in the symphonic choir.
Hmm.
That is part of the process at Westminster, where you that particular choir just sings with a lot of orchestras, and so I was able to sing with the Philadelphia Orchestra,
Hmm.
and with orchestras here in New Jersey and in New York.
Okay, because in your bio you said you were singing with the
Yes,
Meyer. You pronounce
Myriad. Yes,
Marriott Singers,
yes.
and you sung with Laura. What is this here?
La Damos
Okay,
Chamber.
okay, because I'm trying to pronounce it. I don't want to seem foolish. Okay, so you sang with those chamber orchestra, Lawrence Church Choir, and some other choirs and stuff. And this is all in Barbados, right?
That's all in Barbados. I've sung with choirs here in the U.S. as well,
Hmm.
but not on a consistent basis. And I
Hmm.
only sang with the choirs at Westminster because, of course, I was part of the Westminster School.
Okay, so who is Mr. Carl Tate?
Mr. Carl Tate, that was the organist that I would have worked with when I first started to sing at 12 years old.
Wow.
And an extraordinary accountant who who played the organ and who also sang, but he knew what it meant to get the best out of singers and to also make them into musicians.
Hmm.
Yes.
So what did
He
he
was a
use?
wonderful man. Practiced consistently, practiced all the time, and I just remember just passing the church and always hearing him playing, practicing, and then I would just go in and start to sing with him, and so that relationship just continued to grow.
So what did he use to get the best out of his artists?
Well, I must say that most musicians have some very strong tempers, especially when they want to get the best out of you. So, yes, he would make sure that you do it. I remember he taught us a piece on a Thursday evening, and we had to sing it on the Sunday.
Hmm.
And when he started to play, the choir just sang a roll or whatever they wanted to, and he was like, ah! And he got up. He got up off the organ and just stood up in front of us and was like this, and that was in front of the entire congregation. So,
I said, what range do you sing?
what range? Currently,
Yeah, currently.
I'm a tenor,
Hmm.
and I am continue. I'm working on what I'm doing right now as a first tenor. So I have I have been I've now come back into the music arena. So I am now looking to build my career. So I can't say for exactly right now what type of tenor as it relates to in terms of being an operatic tenor, in terms of being classical, in terms of being gospel or any other, just a performance tenor.
Hmm. Now you mentioned gospel. Can you sing gospel?
I can.
I'm more than sure. We all can do something.
Well, I mean, it's in our DNA. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
even though I've been classically trained, I still have I can sing a range of different genres. So,
Oh, okay.
um, but yeah,
Okay. Now you studied under Mickey Roberts, one of your first
Mikey.
formal teachers.
I hope I didn't put Vicky there. That's Mikey Roberts. Mikey
Oh,
Robert.
Mikey Roberts. I'm
Yes.
okay. Mikey.
Yes, Mikey Roberts. He was the first teacher that I had in Barbados, and that was probably back in 2004. I was probably around 25 years old or so, and that was the first set of formal training that I had in classical music.
Mm,
And what he would have done was to prepare me for Royal School of Music examinations, both in theory and in practical. So unfortunately, I only got to work with him for about a year and a half.
mm,
But what he would have instilled was very beneficial, and he also went to Westminster Choir College. So when I
uh-huh.
was looking for a school, I decided to check Westminster out because he went there.
Mm,
Yes.
okay. And then you have a coach um, here in New York, the Ebony, Opera Ebony, the
Yeah.
founder of the Opera Ebony. Who was that person that coached you?
His name is Mr. Wayne Sanders, and he is I believe he's the artistic director as it relates
Hmm.
to the musical part of it. But he's also one of the founders of Opera Ebony. So since I've been to the U.S., I've only been to the U.S. For a couple of months, and but I have,
Hmm.
as Wayne would say, we were supposed to meet, and it really has been a blessing to me, and of course I hope it has been a blessing to him as well.
Hmm.
But yes, I what you will hear now is a great thanks to Wayne in terms of what he has done in terms of helping me to understand
Uh-huh.
body and the whole process of developing this music and being able to perform it the way that I do. Of course, I'm still a work in progress. I believe we all are, but where I am in just probably 2 months, I've only been here working with Wayne for about 2 months, and I
Hmm.
think that I can honestly say that I have jumped leaps and bounds in the last.
Uh-huh. Very well. So tell me, how has it been since COVID started? What has been keeping artists from, or have you been busy with projects, or, I mean, what is life for an artist at this moment?
Well, for me, this was the time that I made my decision to get back into the arts.
Hmm.
So a lot of individuals, as I've spoken to them, it is very challenging for them, for those who have been in the arts before and who are not getting the opportunity to perform on a daily basis or on a weekly basis as
Hmm.
they have been accustomed. For me,
Hmm.
this has been um, for me, it was a blessing in disguise kind of thing.
Hmm.
I'm back into performance again, and it is a time for me to just work through a lot of things that I have to work through, and I'm not. It doesn't feel as though I'm missing out on anything that is going on. So I think for artists, this COVID time is really challenging,
Hmm.
because we are performers and we want to perform. We want to touch individuals' lives.
Hmm.
We want to change what else, whatever is happening out there.
Hmm.
But I think that this is also a time for us to just hone in on what we have and just develop it even more, even better, so that we come better than where we were before.
Okay. Are there any future projects in your
Well,
in your endeavor?
I I have discussed with Wayne that we need to do some spirituals. I am really interested in putting some spirituals together,
Hmm.
and showcasing the works of black composers,
Hmm.
black writers, and just to make sure that, I mean, we will never be forgotten, of course, but just to highlight some of those pieces that are not being recognized in the mainstream. But so that is something I definitely want to do. So we have been working on that. Of course, working a lot as well on things that I can also possibly do in the future. But that is definitely something I want to do in the near future.
Now, in theater world and performing arts world, you have to be a triple threat. So if you sing, I know you dance and you act. So do you have any other attributes other than vocals?
Other than vocals, well, okay. So you
I'm
said
more
that
than
you
sure
know
you
that I
can
sing,
act.
but say that
Huh?
again. Say
I'm
that
more than
again.
sure you can act. You have to, I know back in the day was like you have to act, sing, and dance to be a
Right.
triple threat.
Right.
So the
Well,
other
I
two
have.
have.
Okay. So let me just make this clear. I've never studied music theater.
Uh,
So I have sung a number of music theater pieces.
uh-huh.
So that is all of that is a work in progress for me. I have performed in many operas before at
Okay.
Westminster. I've done one or two operettas in Barbados. So the opera part of it is I'm comfortable with that. I'm
Hmm.
comfortable in singing in languages, so I can sing in Italian, French, and German.
Hmm.
So that is not an issue, but I am interested in putting some time into the music theater, to just see where it can go. Because for me, that is probably where I'll feel much freer,
Hmm.
in terms of communication and in terms of getting a message across. But I do have to make a serious decision on which road I want to take,
Hmm.
because whichever I decide to do, it will take a lot out of me, and it will require me to fully focus on it.
Very well. You
Mhm.
made a statement, and he says Tristan attributes his passion and delivery in music to the spirit which dwells within him.
Mhm.
Expound on that.
So I think in part of I remember being at Westminster, and my coach at that time Miss Caroline Page, she said to me, there's something in you and the ability for you to communicate your message that no one can teach, you know. And I think that is part of it. Mr. Sanders has also commented on that, and I never really realized it before, that it's probably something that I take for granted, that that because of who you are as an individual, it just showcases as you perform. So you want to have that. You want to have a good heart. You want to have a good mind, and you want to have physically, mentally, and I also believe spiritually as well.
Exactly.
So how you communicate and how you share with individuals, and your purpose of doing it, really is what touches individuals' lives, and is what can transform individuals from where they are to where they need to be.
Okay. Well, guys, in our studio and then online, we're going to take a station break. Studio 3407 have to pay some bills. So we're going to take a station break. And when we come back, guys, y'all going to hear this man blow. So I'm waiting. I can't wait. I can't
Well,
wait.
good. Well, before you go, let me just say that.
Oh, he has a disclaimer, guys.
Yes, I do have a disclaimer. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It is not a disclaimer that you think.
Okay, what is it then?
The piece that I'm going to be doing is actually arranged by Mr. Wayne Sanders,
Okay, very
from
well.
Upper Ebony.
Uh-huh.
It is a spiritual, as I said. We are working on spirituals at this time, and it's a spiritual. It's an amazing spiritual, and I think spirituals they take so much from you as it relates to what you have to be thinking about, especially trying to put yourself into the shoes of those who have gone before us. And that's my disclaimer.
What's the name of the piece? Or did you name it yet?
It is name.
I heard somebody in the background. Who is that? Your keyboard, your pianist?
Where? Oh no, he's not here. He's coming now. He's coming now.
Okay.
But just give me 1 minute. So
Okay, we're gonna take a station break while he's setting up. And he's coming back. So
yes, I'm here. I'm here. The piece is being in the storm so long.
okay.
Being in the storm so long.
All right, very well. So we're gonna take this station break for about maybe 30 seconds, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Take him off. All right. Please, let me put some music from here in the background. Okay. How are you, sir? Oh, you look wonderful. He Bosch beat you. Yeah, lovely.
I don't know. Extension cord. All right, don't bother. Don't bother. You can go ahead and say.
My Quiet on the Set family and other viewers, I think Tristan Layne is getting ready to take the house down. So we are. Tell me when you're ready, Tristan. You just start singing.
The connection
Oh,
is a little off now. Can
you
you hear me
what?
well?
I can hear you
You can hear me
very
well.
well. Can you
Okay.
hear Theo? Yeah, we can hear you.
It's okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Can we mute the jazz? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Tristan Layne.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm a traveling to the grave. I'm a traveling to the grave, my Lord. I'm a traveling to the grave, for to lay this body down. I've been in a storm so long. I've been in the storm so long, children. Been in a storm so long. Oh, give me little time to pray. Now let me tell you, brother, how I come along. Oh, give me little time to pray. With a broken heart and an aching heart, oh, give me little time to pray. I've been in a storm so long. I've been in a storm so long. I've been in a storm so long. Oh, give me little time to pray. Oh, give me little time to pray. Now let me tell you, sister, I come along. Oh, give me little time to pray. With a broken head and a broken heart, oh, give me little ain't got weary yet. Oh, give me little time to pray. Lord,
Beautiful, beautiful. You can zoom up. Not me, him. That was excellent. I
thank you.
like how you integrated one of the known gospel songs. I forget the name of it. Help me out, guys, in the studio. I know I've been changed. Yeah, that's really clever, but it worked out very well.
Mhm.
Very nice piece. We enjoyed it. And is this still work in progress for you, or this is a finished piece?
This piece, well, I've been working on it for about a month now, I think. It is getting there. It is. We are because we always try to do something new. We try to do new
Okay,
things.
very well. Now,
And
who's your pianist?
this is Mr. Wayne Sanders.
Hi, Mr. Sanders. How are you? Very nice work.
Thank you.
And I know my audience enjoyed it just as well.
Good.
So, if you could walk closer so we can have a larger shot of you, we can talk a little more, and then we're going to close out.
Sure.
So, guys, there you go. That's why I chose this man to be interviewed by Quiet and Set magazine, because he is a very creative person, and he sings very, very well. But he haven't done everything. He sung before, and I heard some notes that came out of nowhere. So he just giving you guys just a little bit. He goes further than that in the range, but we're not going to try him today. We're going to bring him back sometime next year in 2021 when the project is finished.
Yes.
But can you tell the audience where they can find you or locate you? You have um, email email or something,
My
or
email, my website.
your
My
website?
email is Tristan_Layne at hotmail.com. Tristan is Tristan, Layne, Layne. And my website is tristanlayne.com. So you can see me. You can see what I'm doing there, what I'm doing, where I'm going. Here's some material that I'm working on, and yeah.
Now, do you have anything inspirational to tell everyone that's facing COVID today? You
Mhm.
know, in the arts world, that's struggling to figure out how they're gonna continue giving their gift. You know, what do you have to say to these folks,
Well,
your
I'm,
fellow
I'm
artists?
I'm glad that you asked that question. I think through this period, even though we are doing this around the Christmas period,
Mhm.
there's so many individuals who are going through, who are feeling who are experiencing loss at this time, and I've realized that during especially early December, and I just wanted to as a believer, just offer to them, the peace of God, during when we are going through it. It is always it feels as though it will never end, and I can say that from experience, but there's a joy that God gives that is unlike any other. And so, even if we're losing as it relates to this COVID period where we are not sure what we are doing, where we are going, I just want to ask individuals to just trust God during this process. I just also want you to look out for each other, be there for someone else, help them through this period of time that they're going through. because at some point you yourself might need that help as well too, or that shoulder to cry on, or that shoulder to lean on. So, and then to the artists, just never lose focus of what your purpose is, and just trust that at some point, I don't know if it's going to go back to normal as what we expect normal to be, but continue to do what you're accustomed doing. Find different avenues to do it in, because if we are creatives, and artists, there's always something that we can think of that is completely different from what the norm is. So we don't have to be in a system, to say that we are successful,
Yeah.
because our purpose is to share. Our purpose is to communicate with individuals and to reach out to individuals. That's what we are here for. That's what I'm here for. And so, no matter how I do it, or no matter what happens, I'm going to do it. So, if I'm on the stage, or if it means that I have to pull my camera up and do a shot and then get it out to people, that's what I'm going to do.
Very well.
So it's just about trusting. That's what I believe.
Very well. Thank you for sharing your gifts with Quite on the Set magazine and to the world that's watching here
Hmm.
on our channels.
Yes.
I know they appreciate it.
Good.
So continue doing God's work through your voice, and continue developing. And we're going to be looking to hearing more from you in 2021. And again, we thank you for joining us.
I
Been a
thank
pleasure.
you for having me. I thank you for definitely thank you for having me. And yes, I do look forward to doing more, to doing much more, and being, um, and just advancing,
Very
as time
well.
goes on.
Very well. So we'll speak to you in 2021,
Yes.
and take care of yourself and take care of others. Next coming up will be Taryn Carter, New York City actor, and at 1 o'clock, guys. So stay tuned. We're going live again. All right. Take care, Tristan.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day, and tell Mr. Sanders we said thank you as well.
I will.
All right. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.